Oh, look at that. Yeah, boy. That's everything that I wanted it to be. Creamy, rich, hearty, absolutely delicious, man. Cooking has been part of my journey since I was about 8 years old, when I first started at home with my dad, and then I went into professional kitchens age 15. It's part of me. It's everything to me, actually, and why I'm on this planet, I think. But what a lot of people don't know is that my early passion, way before cooking actually, was sport. It was everything to me. Lacing up my rugby boots age 6, tying up my judo belt, athletics, I competed in pretty much everything. And cooking and sport has gone hand in hand and really crafted who I am today. The combination of these two passions has shaped me into a very determined person, driven by the desire to excel in both the culinary world and the realm of fitness. Now, unfortunately, I don't compete in any sports any longer, but I still train and exercise pretty much every day. And that's simply to be in the best physical and mental shape as I can. So I'm often doing boxing, doing killer CrossFit workouts, running, calisthenics, or weight training. Exercise and cooking need to go hand in hand if you want to achieve your fitness goals. After all, they do say abs are made in the kitchen, right? So in today's video, I'm going to show you some comfort food that's plant-based and is rich in the nutrients you need to achieve your fitness goals. So actually, first on the menu today, I'm going to be showing you a delicious sweet dish. This banana bread is absolutely mouth-watering. It really satisfies that sweet tooth and is healthier than all the other banana breads that you will find and come across. It contains some powerful ingredients that make it considerably high in protein and other nutrients that will aid you in any physical exercise that you're doing. Delicious. So first up, into a mixing bowl, I've got some of the ripest bananas that I'm going to mash up till smooth. Then I'll stir through some non-dairy milk, some chia seeds, some hemp seeds, which are packed full of protein, and some pumpkin seeds. Plus, I'm going to add some goji berries for all of their vitamins and minerals, and then stir through some coconut oil. That's the wet mix done. Now into a separate bowl, I'm going to mix together my dry ingredients. I've got some self-raising flour, and to that I'm going to stir through some coconut sugar, some ground spices. I'm using some ground ginger and ground cinnamon, plus some maca powder. So mix your wet and dry ingredients together, then stir through some dark chocolate chips. Yeah. I just love how that coconut sugar is added that beautiful caramelly colour. This goes into my lined baking tin now and into the oven for about 45 minutes. Before I put it in the oven though, I'll top it with some banana and a little maple syrup. The smell is wafting around the place. Let's get it out of the oven and taste. Guys, the smell is, I'm lost for words, but it's so caramelly. The way the banana has just absorbed all that maple. Let me just cut into this and taste it. I can't describe this. Oh, it's like opening a gift. Look at that healthy banana bread. It's sticky too. Cutting a nice thick slice, and I should have let this cool a little bit longer, but it's so moist. Oh yes, oh look at that. Yeah boy, this is like a pudding. Oh, sticky. Delicious. So this next dish is a muscle building meal inspired by Italy. This is my braised butter bean stew with cavolo nero, aka Dino Kale, aka Kale's Italian sister. Butter beans, aka lima beans, have a remarkable nutrition profile, and this dish just shows how creamy and indulgent they can be. They're packed with essential nutrients that contribute to overall health and well-being. They're rich in plant-based protein to help your muscles repair and grow. They're a great source of fiber, folate, iron, magnesium, potassium and B vitamins. A nutritional powerhouse for your engine. So let's strap in and make this dish. So I've just chopped up some leek, celery and garlic. I'm going to get some sage from the garden. Sage is one of my favourite herbs, and did you know this is a sage flower? They are absolutely incredible. The bees love them and they taste good too actually. Then we're going to get those sweated down in my pan in some olive oil for about 4 to 5 minutes. You want to really cook them out until they're lovely and caramelised and golden. That's going to add huge depth to this dish. So next I'm going to add some olives and some sun-dried tomatoes, chopped really fine. And I also want these to caramelise so they almost become chewy and umami flavour bombs. Look at the colours, it's beautiful! Oh my word! Now this dish will already be naturally salted due to the olives, but it does need some cracked black pepper. That base to me looks absolutely unreal. I can't stop looking at the colours and the way that everything's caramelising together. What needs to go into the pan next is some white wine vinegar. That's going to add this acidity that is needed. If you don't have white wine vinegar, a bit of lemon juice will be perfect too. And some vegetable stock. Now get that simmering away and then I'm going to add the beans. All right, let's talk about beans, baby. Let's talk about you. No, sorry. All right, let's talk about beans. Now, beans and legumes are some of the most affordable foods on the planet. You can get them in canned form, so convenient, just drain them and get them in here. What I did is buy them more in bulk and dried because it saves you even more money and they're so good for you, I want to eat loads. So they come in this dried form. I've soaked them for about 8 hours or overnight and then just cooked them for an hour and they turn into this, ready to go. Way better than canned actually, because I've added bay leaf and thyme as they're cooking. So I'm going to get these in now, but if you just have canned beans, just get them in like at this point as well. Once you've added your beans, let the stew cook away for about 15 minutes. You almost want the beans to break down slightly so it thickens that stew up. In the meantime, let's go and grab some cavolo nero. So there's my kale harvested. I'm just going to shred this, but I won't add it to the very last minute because I don't want it to overcook. In the meantime though, I'm going to make a plant-based version of Parmesan. This is actually really simple but tastes incredible. Just blitz up some flaked almonds with some nutritional yeast and a few garlic granules until it resembles ground Parmesan. Also, I'll be toasting off some sourdough, and then once we've added the kale and it's cooked, we'll serve up. This looks absolutely rustically charming. That's how I describe this, but this is my comfort food to a T. I'm gonna plate this up now, get everything on top, the Parmesan, a nice chunk of the toasted bread. I'm even gonna garnish this with some of the sage flowers. This is gonna be beautiful. Some nice big chunks of bread stuck in there. Oh yeah, look at that. Rustic food at its finest. Oh, yes. Oh, for me this is hearty, humble food. It may look pretty fancy with the flowers and that, but you don't need to add them. It's just humble beans, and it's just the cooking techniques that make it taste really good. Well, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm hoping that cooking the leek for a long time is going to make it taste incredible. Let's dive in, let's get those nutrients of these amazing butter beans. That's everything that I wanted it to be. Creamy, rich, hearty, absolutely delicious, man. All right, we saved the beet till last. I mean, the best till last. I'm stood here with my beets because we are making super beet burgers next. These are absolutely delicious, and you know what? High performance athletes will be drinking beet juice, they'll be consuming beets, because did you know that beets with their nitric oxide boosting abilities will supercharge your blood flow, delivering a rush of oxygen to your hard working muscles, potentially enhancing your performance, reducing fatigue and giving you the strength to go the extra mile. And beets will help you recover because they're packed with antioxidants. Now let's make these beet burgers. First up, I've got some mixed beans. Now these are just a couple of cans of mixed beans from the supermarket. I've drained them and rinsed them, and they're going into the blender, along with 1.5 large beetroots, which I've just roasted in the oven, some tomato puree, some chili flakes, some Chinese 5-spice, some hemp seeds because they are protein packed, some coconut aminos, which is an equivalent to soy sauce, some ground ginger. All right, let's get some fresh coriander. Oh, this is looking amazing. We'll chop the coriander and add it to the blender, along with some sesame seeds, some garlic granules, the zest and juice of a lime, plus some flour. I'm using buckwheat flour. It's gluten-free and it's going to help everything bind together nicely. Finally, to help bring out flavors, a pinch of sea salt. And then you want to pulse this. Don't over blend it, so it'll turn to like hummus. Just pulse it a few times, crush those beans and let everything mingle together, and you'll be able to press them into patties easily enough. Give it a quick mix before I blend it to help everything get to know one another. It's easier in a food processor, I must admit.
Food processor.
That's it. Don't use a Vitamix for this. You want a food processor. But I've chopped it up as best as I could in this. Nice chunky mix. Now we'll form it into some patties. Bit of flour on your hands and form it into 3 to 4 patties. Even if you don't have a blender, you can actually just use an old-fashioned potato masher to mash up the beans. That's probably actually easier. Well, it is way easier. And did you know there's around 8 grams of protein in beans per 100 grams? So in each one of these, there's well over, I'd say, 10 grams of protein. That's an estimation. We're actually able to get 5 out of the mix. 5 decent sized burgers, so perfect for meal prep, this recipe. Once you've formed your burgers, preheat a non-stick frying pan and get them cooking in a little oil for around 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Once they're golden, get them back onto the baking tray and pop them in the oven to cook through for around 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I prepare my garnishes. I've got a lovely juicy tomato which I'm going to slice, a red onion and some cucumber, plus I'll get some lettuce from my garden and some fresh coriander. Burgers are done and I'm toasting off my buns. I just need to get my coriander. All right, let's build these burgers. I've even got some of my homemade radish kimchi going into these burgers. And if you want the recipe, you have to check it out. Click somewhere by here, I think. Oh, look at that. Look at this, guys. Look at that. We are transforming the humble beet into a beautiful burger. This is the super beet burger. Let's give this a taste. Oh, guys, I think I made these a bit too big. How am I going to eat this? It looks good. It's all around my face, I know, but that is tasty. Everything you want in a burger. The good thing about this bean burger, it's not mushy, it's not breaking apart because I didn't overblend it. So that's the key tip for making bean burgers. I hope you enjoy these recipes. Let me know in the comments if you do, what one you're gonna try. And don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff. I'm mixing up the homestead with the cooking stuff. So you tell me what you wanna see. See you soon, guys. Guys, don't forget there's a full book of plant-based protein packed recipes that I made called Plants Only Kitchen. You can get it, click the link below this video. My mum, she'll send you a signed copy wherever you are in the world. If you don't want a signed copy, you can just get them from all good bookstores. Hi John. See you in a bit, John.